Man, a man with a watch looking like he broke the bank, but he promised me he's not. He said he got started from his wife and a pop's watch, face so fat the band had stretch marks. It shines so bright that you can see it from Mars. Man, he blinded me, reflecting headlights from the cars. He's got to be a rapper, baller, or a movie star, but nah, he's too humble to be all of the above. So he said, my name is Trap, oh, cause you bees in the trap. Nah, it ain't even like that, and he tilted his bull's cap. Introduced me to his wife, and she had one too. Wrist game so cold that she could build igloos out of nothing. They legit, they even bless their kids. Man, when they all stand in a row, they look like 4 Giotto rims. Tight like gems on a New York summer day. I just gotta be down, but he had to set me straight like
Yo, what's going on, family? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? All right. I saw you, DK. I saw your comment. I was actually talking to a company. I'm on my lunch break. Meal of the day is a salad, man. And you know, I'm out here trying to live right, man. Hold up. All right. So, yeah, I wanted to talk to y'all, man. Team Reach Travels, what's happening? Team Reach Travels. Hey, check this out, bro. That live I was on, and you were talking about the watches, man. Check this out. And I'm glad you're on here, because that's the whole point of this, man. I'm going to try to do this a little more often. Before you go and spend any money on another Invicta timepiece, man, you have to be mindful of where you're getting these pieces from, because there are coupon codes, there are all type of places that you can go get watches from, man. You know what I'm saying? And the watch that you described, I think was it sounded like it was a Magnum. I haven't seen a $1,500 Magnum for a long time, and the ones I do see that's current, they're like pave diamonds, or they got some type of crazy movement in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, don't fit in. Say the cruise, when you go on the cruise and stuff like that, the best thing I can tell you is if you're going out of Florida, when you look at that buy two get four free at the Invicta stores, if you break it down, in most cases you're paying between $225 to $250 per watch, depending on what it is. And that's not unreasonable, you know what I'm saying? Especially for what you're getting. Good afternoon. What's going on, Kenny? Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. This Salad 5. The Salad 5, man. I ain't got that much time. Actually, I'm in between companies. I'm going out doing some business to business. Stop to get me something to eat or eat my lunch. But I want to talk to you guys about watches, man. And they're not in any particular order. I'm gonna watch it today. Intrinsic, Invicta. This is a Anti-Digi. And if you can find one of these still, dude, grab it. It's such a, and it's the bluesy version. I love it. All right, so I want to do an update on this one, right? This is the Speedway, homage to the Daytona. Now, of course, the only thing we can compare the Rolex Daytona to this Invicta is the fact that it looks like a Daytona. And then if you want to compare the finishing and stuff like that, the thickness is going, I mean, then you got the Invicta on the side, which I know that's an eyesore for some people. Don't bother me whatsoever. This is a thick watch, a little stubby, thick watch. It's about 17 millimeters thick, 45 millimeters case. But I'll show you what it looks like on the wrist. And I talked about this. The one thing I didn't mention the last time I had this watch on, and pretty much did like an overview of this watch. That's what it looks like on the wrist. This is hands down one of my favorite pieces of all the watches I've been collecting since 2014. The only thing I will say that I had a gripe with this watch is the bracelet. And the reason why, I know to make the watch affordable, they have to cut some type of corners in that stamp class. But this one is a spec monster because, one, they never had a Daytona lookalike with an automatic movement. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, unless they did it back in the 80s, but I don't even think they were producing watches like that. I think they just had the Invicta name, a bank owned it or something like that. But this one has a Chinese movement in it. You see that little porthole case back right there, and then all the I was about to say graffiti, all the imagery on the back. It's an actual race car, like a 1950s style race car. You see that? There you go. This thing has sapphire crystal, which probably don't mean much to some people, but to others, if you had a diamond tester, you test this thing, it registers as, you know, it's sapphire. And that just adds quality, and people feel like, depending on how much you pay for it. Now, this watch sold out. Every colorway sold out every time they brought it back, and haven't seen it since. I paid about $134 for it, and for what I got, this watch is phenomenal. Outside of the bracelet, the threading on this, when you thread what I mean by threading, so when you go to set your watch, so it's in position 1 on the crown. When you go to thread that thing back, because it's a screw down, smooth. When you're actually winding it, oh my gosh, that's what I didn't mention. That thing is, but it is so smooth, so smooth. So this is a watch that if you ever see this, come back on Shop HQ, grab it, man. Don't even think about it. Grab it. It's a nice watch, and you can always just replace the actual bracelet yourself. Since we're doing boat month with Vic, this is the one I chose to go with. This is my pawn shop find. I found this watch up in Terre Haute, Indiana, at a pawn shop. I paid $93, $94 out the door. And at the time, Invicta, Shop HQ and Invicta Store still had this watch for $229. So I feel like I won. It still had all the extra links and stuff to it. It got those crazy those cablings on it. This is called the tri-cable. This one has a VD54, which as far as it's a SII movement by Seiko. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Wild Thizzle? And the dial on it, amazing. That blue pops. Now, I don't know if you can find this watch, but, you know, I still feel like because of the bill is heavy, and this is really for those people that like those oversized watches. And let you see what it is. This is not going to fit everybody's, you know, taste level, but it's definitely a watch that if you into those big watches, that's one that I recommend. That tri-cable, I just like it. And one of my favorites, oh yeah, you know what? I feel like, do I have to review it? Do I need to review this? Because DK already reviewed it. And if I had to, I'll tell you this. The weight on it, substantial. It's pretty heavy because it's tungsten. The fact that it has Invicta in the side, don't bother me. Exhibition case, I love it. You see the front of this watch? That thing has, you see, hold up. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, I'm trying to, because the sunlight is hitting it. I'm trying to get you to see the dial. Flame fusion crystal. Looks like looking into space. I don't know if you can see it or not. And it has very small font on there. And let me see, what is that? Talking about the depth ratio and stuff like that. But this has an R150, so it's a Swiss movement inside this watch. That's beautiful, huh? More drawn to the steel look and not much to the colors. I love 52 millimeters and above. I'm looking for some Star Wars and Mickey Mouse. Got you. Hit me up on Instagram, man. I can show you some options, man. I can send you a link to some watch. If you like stainless steel, I know some stuff, man, bro. But this right here, that tungsten, with that sandstone dial, beautiful. Now, the sun's hitting it, and I don't have anything to show you the lume, but this thing glows like this indigo blue. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, this the new thing. I showed y'all this the other day. This got tritium tubes in it, T100s to be exact. So I'm going to let y'all see. Y'all see the numbers? The numbers and the indices on there actually have tubes in them, and they glow like this green. At low light, you can see it all night. And I sit it right next to my stand and look at it like, man, at night, I'm like, that's crazy. It's crazy. That's the first time I've ever had tritium tube. You know what I'm saying? And then you had the milled out clasp on it. And The bracelet, man, it's solid. It's a pretty solid bracelet, man. If I wanted to change out, for another strap or something like that, I could. I'm going to leave it the way it is for now. But this watch so far, I mean, it has an NH35 movement in it. I can't complain because I only paid like 113 from Joma Shop, man. And the only reason I think I said this before, I was kind of worried about Joma Shop, but I said, man, just one more watch. He been talking about and represents, Joma Shop a lot. So I said, let me go with it. I gotta eat and do this. I gotta get back to the office. So last but not least, this is a watch that if you follow Invicta, and it's been said, the most talked about watch on, and I've said this, but the most talked about watch on YouTube by any content creator, reviewer, or somebody that sells watches is a Pro Diver. They will tell you, some of them will say, the only watch worth getting is a Pro Diver. Well, I'll tell you this. There's thousands of people that love these wild designs. They love the big over-the-top watches. They love it. They stand by it. You know what I'm saying? And you can't tell them anything different. So I'll fill that space. I have no problem with it. I fill that space for the people that like the bigger watches. Or these squirrels back here fighting. I heard something come out. I ain't trying to get attacked. And he looking at me. I'm like, man, you better go on about your business. So the next watch, I got a premiere coming out. I said live. A premiere comes out tonight where I was on Instagram with, if you've seen it last night, you know who it is. For the guys that don't know, had a surprise guest upon my unboxing, and I unboxed this bad boy right here. And this is called the Ripsaw. And I'm going to show you why they call it the Ripsaw. See the design, the saw blade look. And there's fully functional bezel. Fully functional. And it has this stud to it. It does, it's like an industrial feel to the actual bezel. Very little play. And then if you look on the actual case back, you see that design going around. They have the saw blade going around, the Ripsaw name and then the aubergine pops it. You can't see it on screen like that well, but hold it right there. Ooh-wee. This is a solid, man. That ion plating, the black pops. It's got a lot of fingerprints in it because I got oil on my fingers from just naturally being oily, and my salad. You got this. So, look, me and the squirrel eating together. He's sitting like right here, chowing down. So, two places you can get this. You know what? I don't even know if this is on Joma Shop. I didn't look. But I do know that it's on invictastores.com. I think this colorway, if you try to get this colorway off of Shop HQ, it's sold out. So that's telling me that this is the popular one. This is the favorite. They do have one that is like a chocolate brown. If I didn't get this one, that was the other one. Oh, and here's the other thing. Look at the indices in there. You see the numbers, right? That's tritium. Now it's a T25, so it doesn't glow as bright as the T100s, but it's not that far behind. I don't even know. I'm gonna see if there's a difference. But I looked at them last night, and both of them glow. And even the second hand has tritite on it. It actually glows blue. And the indices, each number marker is green. Heavy hidden. Hey man, look, I'm impressed with this watch. Screw down crown. You got the IR, which is Invicta Reserve on the actual crown. What's going on, Dave D? So, yeah. And I am going to, I said I was going to do this last week. When I get a chance, we're going to have story time. There's some stuff in here I bet you some people don't know. I bet you some stuff in here that people don't know about Invicta. They like the locations. Casa Invicta. Oh, there's a receipt. We'll talk about this just for her. And let me see. Oh, hold on. All of the watch options that they have. There's a lot of stuff I'm gonna talk about in this book. What time is it? Okay, it's 1:08, y'all. So after your unboxing, I went and got one. Yo, that thing you gonna like it, man. I'm telling you, that thing is fire. That thing is fire. So I'm gonna tell you like this. Take advantage of right now. Back in 2017, 2016, 2018, 2019, and even some of 2020, we never seen the prices this low before. And for you guys that don't know, Invicta was actually built on providing Swiss-made timepieces. So they're the Model T. The Model T. If anybody know about Ford and how Ford got started, the Model T was actually created a car that everybody can get. They had a higher end and they had a low end, but everybody can get a car. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with this. Swiss-made brands like Patek was out. I think Patek is older than Invicta, if I'm not mistaken. I'll research that. They may be around the same age, but there were Swiss companies that were out that average person couldn't get. So that same idea is like going right now. It's just in the 90s when Invicta came back out, I feel like they kind of inhabited or kind of adopted this hip hop form of watch collecting or like watch production, because you see the bigger, like rappers were getting into the big watches and stuff like that. And they held true. And I don't even have to make this argument. I heard a number of content creators say that big watches are on their way out. They're coming back down. And I'm like, dude, I can tell you now, Invicta got that market on lock. The official timekeeper for the Raiders, they just got a contract with F1 Racing. They just did an NHL launch. What was that, Wednesday? Man, dude, and those watches are huge. They had a 65 millimeter jump. Man, that's way too big for me. I made my decision on which one to get. Okay, cool. I want to see pictures, bro, when you get it. So anyway, just want to cover a few watches, man, with you guys, man. Some stuff that I want to showcase. So, of course, I went through the Pro Diver 50 millimeter and that blue dial, the whole dial, and bezel glows blue. Then, I have my Pro Diver, one of my favorites, with the R150 automatic. I think automatic is the way to go, whether you go Seiko or whatever, as long as it's cool 65. Yup, I'll take that. They got one, bro. They got a 60. That Shaq piece, 65 millimeters. That's too big for me, but they got it. Then, what I'm saying, got my Speedway, homage to the Daytona, which nobody liked in the beginning. And I'm talking about Rolex. That was one of those watches that was kind of hard to get off the table. And then I'm going back over this boat tri-cable, Boat Zeus tri-cable. Big boy, big, massive. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about the one in your left hand. Well, I don't know which one you're talking about. Oh, you already got that one. Got this one. And then price ranges. This one would be the most expensive one. I think you may still be able to get this for $5.99, but if you hold off, there's like 4 colorways in this, I think. I think there's 4 colorways. If you wait for a coupon, which they've been dropping coupons like crazy, 25, 30% off and stuff like that at $5.99. Just wait for your coupon and then grab it. Then they have a rose tone, which I think that rose tone is pretty good. Other than that, y'all, we are. Let me know when you get tired of that boat. Hey, since you said something, you'll be the first one to know, man. That's my word. So yeah, man, it's that's my time. It is past my time. Yeah, I've been on here for 19 minutes. I will show, if you guys missed the Instagram live last night, I kind of cut that. Instagram live was about 35 minutes altogether. So I cut it down to about 20 minutes. So I'll be tonight at 7:00, 20-minute premiere. I'll be in the chat talking and stuff like that, man. So you know how we do, getting back and forth. Go out and share this out, man, with your people, man. If you're new here, we're gonna like continue doing this. I kind of like this format. You know what I mean? Let's lunch, watches, convo, some great people in here. And everybody else, y'all catch it later. You know what I'm saying? You can put hashtag replay in this bad boy. So, hey, family, let me get my butt to getting. I got clients I need to help out. You know what I'm saying? And I got to see what the team doing. So, hey, y'all be blessed, man. Hold up. I got to salute y'all. You feel me? Y'all be blessed.